so we're in a hypoxic chamber. This room's literally just a room that we can suck the oxygen out of the air. So when Ed's on here, he's working hard. We can work the same workload that we do in the gym. Obviously now we're at altitude, so internally his body's working a lot harder. His blood cells have to transport a lot more oxygen around. So we're looking really at the cardiovascular system just improving. So it's going to be real distance-based work. So we're in here for 45 minutes, taking it right up to 2-3 hours, and then looking at workload. We've got to get distance into his legs. We've got to get his muscles and his body just working to literally just to push that oxygen around and make him internally as economic as moving oxygen around as possible.
So we picked this because it best simulates pulling the pulk, which is the sledge we're going to be pulling across the ice. So we've been building this up.
We built up, the sandbag's original weight is 70 kilos. We've been working on 70 kilos for 2-3 weeks. And we've been doing lengths back and forth. We haven't got a load of room here, so we're going to have to kind of work back and around in circles.
And that's roughly my own body weight?
Yeah, so we started with body weight, and then we've just started to gradually build the weight in which we pull around up, but also the distance that we've been working at. So at first we've been doing maybe 10 minutes worth of continual pulls, and then as each week's progressed, we've gone up 2 or 3 extra lengths, which adds an extra 2-3 minutes each time. So the last time we were doing this, we'd be up to about 30 minutes worth of continuous pulling at over 80-85 kilos. So use the line as a marker, nice stable footwork. Okay, so the rest of the work we've done before, got cardiorespiratory work, we all understand what that's about, strength work and moving to strength speed work using sandbags. Then moving on from there, we want to try and get some sort of agility-based exercise and routine. We need to make sure his joints are strong, his nervous system can adapt to those muscles. So we've been doing a lot of speed-based work, a lot of plyometric, which is bounding exercises, and we use these new tubes, they're quite new to the industry, called Vipers, to just look at a real agility-based circuit so I can bring in all planes of motion, lots of different movements. It's very aerobic, so it really fits all of his goals, and we can have some fun with it at the same time.
I guess because we've been, part of the movement across the ice is going to be up and down, side to side. We're going to pull the sledges over mounds of ice and then pull them up the other side. So there's going to be a lot of moving around left to side.
It's very easy in the gym to do everything in a straight line and not bring in those other planes of movement. So with these tools and a little bit of space, we can bring in, as you said, all those things will definitely help strengthen it up for everything that ice is going to bring to it.
So that was the last bit of the 1 year of training with Andy. We started out this time last year, and it's been a hard slog, but I really feel like I covered a lot of ground since we started with the first sessions. So as of now, we've got about 36 hours before we leave. I've unpacked and repacked my kit about 5 times already to make sure I've got all the right stuff, not carrying too much, and I'm not missing anything. How am I feeling? A little bit apprehensive. To be honest, it's more, the nerves are more around leaving DLEC and leaving Talia. I'm going to really miss them.
It's been mentally challenging because since he committed to doing this, we then became pregnant, and I knew that...
Well, you became pregnant.
Well, I became pregnant. Well, we knew that he would have to leave shortly after the birth. It was difficult for me because obviously I want him with us. I don't want him to miss anything, and I know it's going to be very difficult for him to be apart from me and our daughter.
Yeah, so the area we're going for various reasons is home to 80% of the world's polar bears. So there are 3 pieces of sort of emergency kit that we're carrying. A satellite beacon, sort of tracking beacon, so our location on the ice sort of is known to the guys back in Resolute Bay at any time. Second is our sat phone, so we'll be able to call in sort of each day, and I'll be calling DLEC each day with a sort of daily report as well, but more importantly to phone into Resolute Bay and let them know where we are and how we're getting on. And then third is a shotgun. So polar bears are a real threat in the area we're going. We're actually crossing over a strip of ice called Polar Bear Alley, which is where the polar bears are moving, I think, east to west on one of their sort of migration feeding routes. and obviously because we're going to be carrying a lot of food and they'll be able to smell us from miles away. There is a possibility that we're going to have problems with polar bears as well. So we've got to carry a pretty serious shotgun, and with my military background, I'm the one that's been nominated to carry the gun.
So this is the little angel that we're gonna miss.
Yeah.
Daddy's gonna miss.
Yeah. So I'm gonna really miss her.